Welcome to Max to Infinity. In today's class, we are going to discuss method of completing the square from the quadratic equation chapter. We'll begin the session. Let me clear this. So the question is 25x square minus 30x 25x square minus 30x minus 10 is equal to 0. I'm going to solve this with help of method of completing the square. It is not compulsory to use that method, but in the CBSE 10 standard, they'll specify this, so they have to use the method. Otherwise, you can use quadratic formula or splitting the middle term also to solve this expression in general. So by using method of method of completing the square, you have to follow this strategy. The first thing is assume the first term as a square and the second term as 2ab. And here you do have negative sign. Just write the negative sign as it is. And from this, I'm going to find what is a and what is b. So I can write a square as 25x square. You can rewrite this as a into a. Similarly, this 25x square can be written as 5x times 5x. Yes. So from this, I can say the value of a is 5x. Right? And I'm going to find the value of b from this 2ab. I'm going to equate the 30x to 2ab. So the value of b is going to be 30x upon 2a. And you know the value of a, just substitute it. So it's going to be 30x divided by 2 times of 5x, which is 30x divided by 10x. If you simplify this, you'll be getting the answer as 3. So that is b. So by equating the first term to a square and equating the second term to 2ab, we found the value of a and b. That is step 1. Let me erase this. So a is 5x and b is 3. B is 3. So now I'm going to rewrite this expression as 25x square minus 30x plus b square and minus b square minus 10. So this plus b square and minus b square, I'm adding b square and subtracting b square. We know the value of b, which is 3. So just substitute the value as 3. So it's going to be 3 square minus 3 square and minus 10. And the next step is you have to take the first 3 term. Just observe the structure, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? So which is in the form of a minus b the whole square. I can rewrite the first 3 terms as a minus b the whole square, which is simplified as a single term. So now I can rewrite this as 5x minus 3 the whole square, because the value of a is 5x and the value of b is 3. So I'm going to rewrite 5x minus 3 the whole square. And I'm left with these 2 terms, which is minus 3 square and minus 10. Just write those steps as it is. And you are equating it to 0. Don't forget to do that. So just 5x minus 3 the whole square. And minus 3 square is nothing but minus 9. And you do have minus 10. So minus 9 and minus 10 will become minus 19 is equal to 0. So from this expression, it is very easy to find the root, which is 5x minus 3 the whole square is equal to positive 19. And 5x minus 3 is equal to square root of 19. So 5x is equal to 3 plus square root of 19. If I take this minus 3 to the other side, that will become positive, right? So I need to find the value of x. So that's going to be 3 plus root 19 divided by 5. So I found the value of x with help of the method of completing the square. Let's solve one more question with help of the same method. Please take a screenshot. I'm going to erase it. So the next question is in the form of fraction. X square minus 5 by 2x plus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. Again, the same thing, you can solve this equation with help of quadratic formula or splitting the middle term also. But I'm going to solve this equation with help of method of completing the square method. Yeah. So as I said earlier, the first step is to assume the first term as a square, which is x square. From this, you can find the value of a, which is x. And just assume the second step as negative 2ab. You're having negative sign here. In case if you have plus, you have to assume it as plus 2ab. So minus 2ab is equal to minus 5 by 2x. From this, I'm going to find the value of b. Minus and minus will get cancelled. And I'll be getting 2ab as 5 by 2x. And I can say the value of b is 5 by 2x divided by 2a. Okay, the 2a is in the multiplication in the left hand side. If I take it to the right hand side, that will become the denominator. And I know the value of a, which is x. I'm going to substitute the value of a over there. So here I'll be having 4x. So I can simplify this by cancelling the x and x. The value of b is going to be 5 by 4. So the first step is done. The value of a is x and the value of b is 5 by 4. Yes. We erase these. So the next step is I'm going to rewrite the question. I'll write the b also over here. So the value of b is 5 by 4. Let me partition this. So now I'm going to rewrite the question as x square minus 5 by 2x and plus 3 by 2 plus b square and minus b square. Sorry, not plus b by 2. Next step is to add b square and subtract b square. And write the constant, this 3 by 2 as it is, equal to 0. X square minus 5 by 2x. And you know the value of b, which is 5 by 4. So that I'm going to write it as 5 by 4 the whole square. Again, 5 by 4 the whole square plus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. So step 3 is to check the first 3 terms. So I can say the first 3 terms in the form of a square minus 2ab plus b square, right? So I can rewrite the first 3 expression as a minus b the whole square, right? So the value of a is x and the value of b is 5 by 4. So I can say it's x minus 5 by 4 the whole square plus these 2 terms, and you have minus actually, not plus. So minus 5 by 4 the whole square plus 3 by 2. So 5 by 4 the whole square can be written as 25 divided by 16 plus 3 by 2 equal to 0. So let me simplify this over here. So it's going to be x minus 5 the whole square. Just a second. X minus 5 the whole square is equal to 25 by 16 and negative 3 by 2. Let me write this clearly. That one is 25. So here you do have two different denominator. Whenever you have two different denominator, you have to go for LCM. So in LCM, you will multiply the denominator and the denominator, and you will perform cross multiplication between the numerator, right? So if you do that, it's going to be x minus 5 by 4 the whole square is equal to 16 into 32. You have to multiply the denominators, and in the numerator you have to perform cross multiplication, right? So 25 into 2 will give you 50, and 16 into 3 will give you 48. So now I can rewrite this as 2 by 32, which is 1 by 16. I've simplified with help of two table. 1 2 is 2 and 16 2s are 32. And the left hand side remains the same, which is x minus 5t whole square. So now I can say x minus 5 by 4 is equal to square root of 1 by 16. And square root of 1 by 16 can be written as 1 by 4, right? So let me solve that part over here. Give me a second. So it was x minus 5 by 4 is equal to 1 by 4. So now I can, that is plus or minus 1 by 4, right? Because you have applied square root over that. So this will become plus or minus 1 by 4, and you'll be having two solutions. One in the term of plus, another one is in the form of minus. So x minus 5 by 4 equal to plus 1 by 4, and x minus 5 by 4 is equal to minus 1 by 4. So we'll be having two solutions. So the first one, you can say x is equal to minus 1 by 4 plus 5 by 4, right? If you simplify this, you'll be having the answer as 4 by 4. So 4 by 4 is 1. So for the first one, the answer is 1. And for the second one, x minus 5 by 4 equal to plus 1 by 4, right? So this can be written as x equal to 1 by 4 plus 5 by 4, which is 6 by 4. You simplify this, you'll be getting the answer as 3 by 2. And x is equal to 3 by 2. So these two are the roots of the equation. Yeah. So in the first step, you assumed the first expression as a square and the second expression is minus 2ab for finding the value of a and b. And in the second step, you have added b square and subtracted b square for applying the method of completing the square. And after that, in the third step, you take in the first three terms and change that in the form of a minus b the whole square. After that, after the simplification, we found the value of x, which is the root of the quadratic equation. Yes. I hope you learned about the method of completing the square from the quadratic equation. Thank you so much for watching my video.